Welcome back to the channel, guys. So from you see the video and you see the house, remember I told you guys I was coming back to do that dock work. So I'm going to show you what's going on with that. And it's hot out here, guys, very hot. So you know we have to be in and out of the heat, we have to be hydrated. So I'm going to show you what's going on around the back. But as you can hear me, guys, I have a little cold, so I might sound a little bit stuffy in this video, but bear with me. So I'll show you what's going on around back. So take a walk with me. Alrighty, so we're going around back right now, guys. We're gonna go on the dock and I'll explain whatever is going on that dock. Alright, guys, so remember when I spoke about the guys boxing everything up for the columns? This is what I'm talking about. So they left one side for me open, which I'm gonna put my box on. I'm gonna get my Smurf inside that box. And so basically how I'm doing it is, wherever the center is, I'm poking two holes that I'm gonna use a tie wire to hold the box to the wood. So whenever they pour their stuff, you know, my box don't move. So, but better yet, I'll show you guys than tell you. So as I said, I have 11 columns to do. I have someone with me today and it's very hot, so I have to keep in mind. So I have to, you know, take breaks out the sun, because, you know, I don't want to get any heat exhaustion or any of that. So I'll check back in as soon as I start this one, guys. All right, welcome back, guys. So in that sense, so we're starting to prep the boxes for the dock. So I already did a box right here. So one of the holes come as a 1/2 inch, one comes as a 3/4. So we're using 3/4 only. So I already prepped this one for both 3/4. So I drilled the 1/2 inch hole out a little bit bigger, so the 3/4 can fit inside of it. So it fits in this one and it fits in this one. So next we're going to prep the back of the box where my tie wires are going to come in. So let me show you guys that. All right, guys, so I'm prepping the back of the box so I can drill the holes where the tie wire is going to secure the box to the wood frame. So basically you want to go 3 inches apart. So once you go 3 inches apart right there, so from the center it would be 1.5 inches this way, 1.5 inches that way. So let me show you. I already did this one, guys, so let me just show you, demonstrate real quick. So once you land on your 3 inches right there, so then you're gonna have your 1/2 inch in the middle right there. So 1.5 inches this way, 1.5 inches that way. So everything is already marked. So it's now for me to drill the holes. So I'm gonna use this to drill my hole. So you're gonna make 2 little pilot holes in the back of the box right here. So let me show you. Alrighty, one right there. And one right here. So you want to widen those holes a little bit more, so your tie wire, because I'm going to double up that tie wire, guys, and go right inside that, through that hole. All right, so that's the finished results, guys. So your holes are 1.5 inches apart from the center itself. All right, gentle folks. All right, so all I'm doing here now is installing the connectors. So before anything else, before you bring the box over that side, you have to install these connectors first. My connectors have to be installed. And guys, I kid you not, yo, as I'm sitting down here, I'm still sweating. So it's still hot. All right, guys, remember, it's very important to make sure these screws are drive all the way in, because as I said, we are going to put duct tape around these boxes, and we're going to put duct tape around it very heavy, because when they're pouring that cement, we don't want no cement to get inside our box. So it's very important. Screw these, make sure these screws are down. So I'm just making sure these screws are screwed down to the box. Alright guys, and this is gonna be my last box that I'm prepping right now. So I have Jermaine out there prepping the columns right now, so we can drill the hole through the column also. So keep in mind guys, as I said, it's hot out here today, and I don't intend to pass out in no heat today, trust me, or ever. I don't intend to pass out in no heat ever. So I'm just sitting off to the side. Jermaine is over there prepping the columns right now, and as soon as I'm done, we can start installing the boxes there. So I'll check back in with you guys and show you the progress of how everything is going. All right guys, so I started taping my box for installment. So remember I said before, you have to have the boxes taped properly before installation, because key thing is you don't want to get any cement in your box. So keep that in mind guys, keep that in mind. Yeah, that sounded corny a while ago. Remind me not to do that again. Alrighty. So we're taping. And the thing is guys, it doesn't matter how you tape. If the tape is ugly, it's just one objective. Doesn't matter if the taping is ugly. One objective is to keep cement out. Simple as that. Alright, so that's what I'm doing right now. But anyway guys, remember to like, share and subscribe to the channel for all your great content. If you want to continue to get great content guys, please like, share and subscribe. All right, get me to 1,000 subscribers guys. I'm almost there, you know, almost there guys, and I believe that we can do it. So you know, give me that support, give me the support guys. You know, it's needed right now, because trust me, hey listen guys, this YouTube thing is hard, you know. This YouTube thing is very, very, very hard. It's not easy. It's never easy. But you know, with time and consistency, we will prevail. So you know, just continue supporting, continue liking the videos, continue commenting, and if there's something that you guys want to see me do on the channel, you can always request it. All right, I will never shy away from giving you guys whatever you want to see. All right, so all right, let me check back in. I'm just gonna finish up these boxes, but this is how we prep the boxes. So remember, you have to tape everything. All right, tape it, tape it, tape it. I can't emphasize too much on that. All right, so I'll be right back as soon as I've finished all of these, taping all of these boxes. All right guys, so we're now prepping the columns, because my guy did the first 6, so now I'm doing the last bit that's left. So all right, so basically what we're doing is, so the column is going to be a foot. So So for the center, we're coming right off the edge right here. We're gonna go 6 inches. That's gonna be the center of my box. So 6 inches would be right somewhere here. So that's gonna be my 6 inches. And then I'll make sure I mark it over the lip right here, because I am using a level to make the mark come all the way down. All right, so that's my mark right there, guys. So I'll make sure everything is nice and straight on my level. All right, I think it's straight right there. I'll just put a press with it on my knees. All right, bam, still looks straight. So I'm just making a mark come all the way down. And that's my mark, guys. So next comes the measurement for the height. So we're gonna go 33 inches to the center of the box, which is gonna be 35 because we're compensating for a 2-inch rise for the tiles that is going there. So we still gotta drop because the top of the box should be at 33 inches, but we're still going at 33 to the center because we're compensating for that 2 inches. But you're gonna land at 35 to the top of the box. All right, so that's my mark right there, guys. And then remember what I said earlier, guys. I have to come off 1.5 inches going to the left, 1.5 inches going to the right, because I did the same thing on my box right there. So now I'm making these marks. So my tape measure would be right on the center of 2.5 inches right there, to the center of that. So my mark would be on 4 inches to the first one, and then 1 inch to the second one. Alrighty, and then I make a straight line going over. Make a straight line going over from the center. So those are gonna be my holes. All right, guys, bear with me. I have to make sure this thing is very fully lined up. No issues, no. All right, that's my line. All you gotta do is just make your mark come right here. So sometimes, guys, I have to measure twice, cut once. That looks good to me. So right off 4.5, 1. All right, perfect. So that's how I'm gonna do them, guys. So I'll do the rest of them, and as soon as we're ready to install the box and get the Smurf inside, I'll show you that. All right. So as I said before, it's very hot outside, humid, so I have to be in and out of the sun. So I'll check back in. All right, my people. So this is the finished product of the boxes, even though I showed you one of the boxes already. So I have all the boxes laid out in front of the columns. So I'm still have to drill the holes for these right here, the mark that I made. Still got to drill the holes. And yeah, the boxes are done. So I'm just gonna work my way from right to left, because they wanted to do the tiles right here. So I'm just gonna work my way from right to left. All right, guys. So this is how we're gonna do it. So all you're doing is drill your hole right here. Make sure your hole is a little bit reamed, because you don't want to have to fight that tie wire to be coming through. So make sure you take your time and do it, guys. And you don't want your box to be leaned when you're installing it. All right. So that's how you do it. So all right. So now I have the box right here. So basically what I'm doing is pushing through the tie wire. Push the tie wire through. All right. Come through with the tie wire. All right. So once that's through, push the other one through. Sometimes you gotta grab it with your pliers. Alright, so that looks good. Alright, so what we're doing now, just gonna wrap him around. Alright, good. Alright, so make sure when you're tightening up, guys, you're pulling and twisting at the same time. You don't want that box to be sitting right on top of your flush with your columns. Alright. Alrighty. That looks good to me. Make sure your box is also leveled. I think I left my level over there. Let me just grab my level and come back. Alright guys, I'm back. So key thing is make sure your box is level. Alright, make sure the box is straight. Alright, that looks good to me. So now I'm gonna cut. So let me just move this a little bit. Alright, so now I'm gonna cut my Smurf where I need it to go. Alright, let's see where I'm gonna cut this now. Alright. Okay. You may can't see what I'm doing, guys, but it's a little bit hard to work right here, so I'm gonna cut the Smurf from here. Alright. I need to cut it right here. Sometimes you can use your knife, or if you want to use your pipe cutter, you can. Alright, so, alright, good. This is where I'm at with it, guys. And then I'm gonna make sure I glue it right there, and then we're done. Alright, so I think it's a little bit too long. You can trim off a little piece more. Alright, that's about it. Alright, cool. Alrighty folks, so we are finished with the columns. So now all the boxes are in. and all we're doing now is just packing up, cleaning up, and getting out of here. Appreciate the love, appreciate the support, and you know, continue watching the videos, continue to like, you know, to all the new subscribers, you know, appreciate you guys for stopping by and also subscribing, and I will see you on the next one. I'm out.